$2 is not a tip. $5 is not a tip. Anything I give you outside this bill is the tip. The right kind of gatekeeping. That is correct. Thank you for coming. Castaways don't just happen in movies. They must be from a generation that learned how to spell the old-fashioned way without the assistance of autocorrect. Instead of... Really? Why are old people so obsessed with doing this? Me as a castaway spelling with leaves? That face when you get stranded? Oh, sucks. Because there's no Pokestops. So whoever sees this, you know what to do. 2000s will never understand. Sis, we created Step 5. Yeah, I never knew about the 3D effect. Seriously, I made it flat. I got to Step 4 and I stopped. Actually, you know what? I never did Step 4 because I just noticed that the S ends with little flat lines there. You see, I never did that. I always did it at an angle, so it was sharp all around, Pointy all around, even. Me making sure I know 20 Nirvana songs, Kurt's daughter's birthday, and Dave's shoe size before I leave the house with a Nirvana shirt on. What's the name of the other guy? Dave and Kurt, what's the other guy? The year is 2540. Damn. A student in history class notices something off about his textbook. How come these textbooks skip the years 1990 through 1999? The teacher puts his air marker down on the table, lowers his head and sighs, because he lifts his head, a single tear rolls down his cheek. Only 90s kids remember the 90s. Sitting in front of a craft beer couple at the Twins game, and they keep going, "That's not beer," to the poor vendor selling Bud Light. Imagine being so uninteresting that you think this counts as a personality. I've never met any craft beer people that actually do this, so sure, dude. Do millennials even eat food? Contradictory studies claim they're shopping for fewer groceries, but also dining out less. This is such a weird way of phrasing millennials go hungry because of financial crises we caused. Yes, it is. It's all so tiresome. But look, this came out in 2016, or rather, the article did, then this post in 2018, and now we've made it so far down the line that they're not going after millennials anymore. They're starting to go after Gen Z, finally. We can rest. Here's my new and improved, is it Amethyst? I think it's Amethyst. To be honest, I don't even cosplay her. I just am her. Why do white people cosplay characters of color? Why do dumbasses on Tumblr think a character who is purple isn't able to be portrayed by someone of any race? And to be as fair as possible there, if you're super white like myself, it's gonna be 1,000 times easier for you to go purple. You're a blank canvas, dude. Let's confuse 2000s kids. Literally not one 2000s kid is confused. Yeah, I genuinely don't understand why they think this would be confusing. Do you think kids don't have PE class anymore? Like at all? Everybody plays with the parachute, dude. If you don't watch a series entirely, you're not a true fan. If you do watch a series entirely, you're not a true fan. You're only a true fan if you are powered by electricity, have multiple flat blades, and spin around really fast. You don't know me, dude. Imagine falling in love with someone just to find out they watch Netflix with subtitles. I'm convinced people who don't like subtitles can't read fast. Yeah, I mean, some people just can't read fast at all, and that's pretty normal. That's totally okay. Oh man, there are so many valid reasons to utilize subtitles, and you should never make people feel stupid because of it, Just like we shouldn't make people feel stupid for not being able to keep up with subtitles. Why do you think dubbing exists? Alright? Plus, sometimes I just want to pay attention to the damn show, and I read really fast. Apparently, how you eat your steak determines your level of masculinity. Of course it does. Hardware store employees ask me for help. My wife and I have sex on weekdays sometimes. I pay a landscaping company to cut my grass. I have a favorite Taylor Swift song. My kids are in charge of the thermostat. Imagine thinking you're more of a man by making your meat more raw. That's crazy. I love the idea that you're not a man if you don't cut the grass. This isn't 1956 anymore, dude. Every gamer's reaction upon finding a blood-covered room. Well, that's not good. I'm pretty sure that this is not exclusive to just gamers. I think you may be right about that one. You find yourself in Silent Hill, I think just about any person is gonna go, oh dear. Friendly reminder that you don't get to celebrate Lunar New Year unless you're literally from a country that does, or if you're invited by someone who is from a country that does. Friendly reminder that I hereby formally invite everyone to celebrate Lunar New Year. Thank you, Andy. Thank you. I appreciate it. We don't do that gatekeeping here. Unless it's really fun. Or literal. You know, sometimes you do have to keep a gate. Only vegans can care about climate change. Shut the hell up about climate change if your mouth is full of meat. Watch Cowspiracy on Netflix.
Do your research.
Progressive males are not men. They move and gesticulate like women. The hand-over-mouth gesture is one example. Physically repulsive. Conservatives get offended by the weirdest shit. Imagine masculinity so fragile that you can't even touch your own face. Their idea of what masculinity is quickly falls in on itself. They've gone around in circles for years. At some point, they're gonna say that dating a woman is Wait, they have said that. They have said that at some point, haven't they? Pants were invented for men, not women. It's impossible for a woman to wear pants, jeans, yoga pants, dress pants, leggings, dungarees, etc., without sexualizing her body, since they highlight her legs, curves, and rear end. My pants do that to me. Women who want to be modest should not own pants at all. That's a lot of words for nobody will fuck me. That is a lot of words for that. You could not pay me any amount of money to tell on myself like this on a public forum, man. Come on. Apparently, at a certain age, your parents are not allowed to celebrate your birthday anymore. Oh, is it gay to do that? The fact that at age 20, you're still having your parents buy you a birthday cake. My parents couldn't afford to buy me a fancy cake this year, so after a long day of work, my dad came home and made me one. Okay, well, your dad's awesome, though, and whoever posted this is incredibly sad. It must suck to see images on the internet that actually show parents loving their child. I'm so sorry you had to see that, random Reddit user. We'll make sure you're safe. You can't be an adult if you don't know about old car parts. About old car parts? Okay. Dad, you're sitting at the kids' table this Thanksgiving. Me? Why? What's a carburetor? Who's SpongeBob's best friend? Patrick. Oh, I get it. You don't respect me at all because I like things that you don't, and I'm not interested in things that you are. No, I got it, Dad. Love you too. I'm divorced, 7 miscarriages, no hope of having any children biologically. My current partner doesn't want children, so we're not adopting. I have a loving boyfriend and a cat. Today, for the millionth time, I got told that's not a family. You can't imagine how much that hurts. Yeah, I don't like people that have zero problem having 47 goddamn kids, treating others like shit because they don't want to have a baby, or because they chose to adopt instead, or because they're happy without children and they're fulfilled without children, as if that's some sort of evil, disgusting goddamn thing to do, which it's not, by the way, okay? Chill out and mind your own business. Gray sweatpants are for dudes with not dudes with pee-pees. But if I say leggings are for bitches with ass, not bitches with long backs, I'm the bad guy. Oh yeah, in this particular case, dude, this road only goes one way. You're not allowed to clap back. I'm sorry. It's just the rules of the internet, bro. People really be grown and still using umbrellas? Are you supposed to become waterproof after you turn 18 or something? Yeah, dude, there's like a whole ceremony. They put this weird chemical around your skin that's supposed to last about 20, 30 years at a time. You gotta get it done a couple times and you're like, wait a minute, that happened to you too, right? That wasn't just me, right? Oh God, I hate the way these are written. I'm going to clap it. If English is the only language you're fluent in, you have no business making fun of how other people speak English, you unsophisticated pest. That is true. I never complain about how people who are not fluent in English speak English. Again, the Finnish girlfriend is she's fluent in English and she speaks it better than I do, okay? I would have no right because I can't speak any other language and I actually have zero ability to ever learn another language. So, you know what? All I have to do is open up my ears and take half a second and I'll understand what you're saying, trust me. Everyone knows you can't play video games without a penis. Just got the new Super Mario Maker. I didn't know you were a gamer, bro fist. Jesus. Yeah, that's me. How about we take this to PM so we can exchange Nintendo IDs and play each other's levels? What's your Nintendo ID? Another fraudulent girl gamer that likes to boast about the fact that they buy games but not play them. And they wonder why they aren't more represented in this industry. Fool me twice, they say. Tell me, blank, have you even played Cities Skylines? No. Well, it was one of the best PC games released this year. Surely a gamer like yourself would be aware of it. What about Titan Souls? Hotline Miami 2? Lol. And don't bother replying now. Your silence speaks volumes. You know what speaks volumes even more? This. What is wrong with you, you dumbass? Oh, that's great. That's super, super cool. This is all so weird. What a weird thing to gatekeep. I'm sorry. I'm just a little bit thrown off by this now, you know? How about bi people in het relationships stay out of LGBT spaces and POC who are light-skinned stay out of POC spaces? How can you be both racist and homophobic while having so many damn flags in your name? As a bi person myself, I've always been really sick and tired of people assuming that I'm straight because I'm dating a woman. You know, it's really annoying and you don't know everything and you don't get to make the rules for other people and everybody, so shut your fucking mouth kind of thing, you know what I mean? People like this drive me absolutely crazy. Are you white? I guess so. But you ate at a Chinese restaurant? You realize Chinese restaurants are often used as local gathering spots for actual Chinese people, right? Where the hell is the goddamn source on that? What makes you think you have the right to barge in there and take up space in a place that should be a safe space for people of Chinese heritage? They have good noodles. The best response they could have given there. That doesn't answer the question. Do you know what cultural appropriation is? We live in a society that's mostly dominated by white people who blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, we get that part. We get that part. But how is being a patron and spending money at a Chinese-owned business hurting any Chinese heritage or screwing up, well, really anything at all for them? How is it bad that I walk in there and give them a bunch of money? I don't understand. Maybe you should just go f***ing chill. Giving my boyfriend an empty PS5 box with a positive pregnancy test inside. If you're buying your boyfriend a PS5, you're not dating a man. Dude, really the only thing that can be said about dudes like this is that I'm sorry you don't get any anymore, and you're getting old, and you're not the hot shit you once thought you were, but I'm more of a man than you'll ever be, dude. Just saying, and that's not saying much. When you're this sad, I actually get to say that, and it's crazy. Guys who drive automatic, my car is automatic. Guys who drive manual, I'll never drive an automatic, cause I'm a real driver, and I'm one with my machine. After I put the shifter in my ass, because me and my machine are one. Yeah, there's something about that. I'm really bad at driving manual, but I'm sure that I could sort of limp my way around town if I absolutely had to. But man, do I ever absolutely not want to. It's a weird way of wording that, but no, I'm sorry, I have absolutely no desire to be a man and drive a manual. Screw that. Driving already sucks ass. Why would I want to make it more annoying? New! A Mississippi venue allegedly canceled a couple's wedding plans after discovering the couple was a black man and a white woman. We don't do gay weddings or mixed race because of our Christian race. I mean our Christian belief, a woman says. Because of our Christian race? Okay, have a good one, lady. You're not going to be able to prevent them from getting married. They can always go somewhere else, but you did it! You won one! Nurses lose their jobs for having an OnlyFans to make ends meet because they're being so underpaid, but no one bats an eyelid when firemen were doing shirtless calendars to raise extra income for the same reason? Interesting. If you're a nurse and you're doing crap like this, you shouldn't be a nurse. Pericked. I don't know what that means, but, yeah, I never understood this. I do firemen get to be thirst traps, but any sex work from any other industry is absolutely unacceptable. And trust me, I have heard of some crazy stories that absolutely are exceptions. Trust me. Oh my God, they're out there, for sure. But in this particular case, I don't understand it. Me, I just saw a great movie. Someone who read the book? No, actually. You aren't allowed to actually enjoy that. As a person who read the book, oh my God. Well, I can tell you at least one thing. I've read Lord of the Rings, I've watched Lord of the Rings, and I still think the movie got things a little bit better for people that are dumb like myself. I'm not saying that if you enjoyed it, you're dumb versus the book, but that book is, or those books I should say, they're a lot, dude. They're just a lot, you know? Mofo was great at world building, but whew. The real heroes after Avengers Endgame. LOL, get a real job, then you can be tired. How much you want to bet this guy went to see Avengers Endgame? It's great that people, again, are using their wallets to say that this is a necessity. I need to see this movie. And they turn around and treat the people that are doing the job that they themselves have demanded be done like I'll never understand it. Homeless Chicago man suffering from hypothermia makes miraculous recovery after someone from Wisconsin informs him it's actually much colder where I'm from. Why is it that people that live in places that get really cold have to kind of do that with one another? Oh yeah, it got real cold this winter. No, it didn't. I'm from Minnesota. Do you know how cold it got up there? 3 degrees colder than it got down in Colorado. Okay, you don't know what cold is. I don't know. I spent the height of winter in Finland, and I'm pretty sure that's as cold as I ever want to deal with in my life, all right? We don't need to make suffering a competition. That is the weirdest shit I've ever heard. You're not a cooler person because your winters are on average a couple of degrees colder. Literally grow up. Fake rednecks. Real rednecks. You're goddamn right. I don't know what to say. Whenever I see this image, actually, I do know what to say now. You just gotta think about country music. Remember what Bo Burnham did? The Pandarin song? That's legitimately the left half of this damn starter pack, man. The fake redneck starter pack and the real one. Bo Burnham had it right all along, like he often does. Oh no, not another one of these. Don't call it traditional marriage if it doesn't even secure alliances between rival what? I don't think I've ever seen that word before in my life. I am glad that the clappy tweet fad is over, though. They're fun to read in your head every now and then, but at a certain point, it starts to drive you crazy. A lady in the store tried convincing my daughter to buy a doll because dinosaurs are for boys, so my 5-year-old roared at her. I'm not even embarrassed. People should just mind their own business. If my daughter wants this, you, random stranger working at the store, don't get to go, oh no, but those are for... No, shut up. That's what we're getting. What makes you think that you get to do that? We don't know you, and even if we did, it's none of your business. Some people think I learned Braille for cool points, but I actually learned it because my medicine holder has the days printed in Braille, and I forget to take my medication a lot. I didn't feel like turning on a light one night just to see my medication, so I learned Braille out of spite. Now every time I go anywhere, I have to read the Braille signs, and I have seen woman misspelled as noman several times. Tired of waking up to take medication? Learn Braille. You shouldn't learn Braille if you aren't blind. It's rude. Go die. Dear Diary, today I got a death threat for learning a language. It's just for blind people, okay? On a post about their dog dying. Sorry for your loss, and I wish you well. But come speak to me when you have kids and lose them. Are you gatekeeping being sad? They absolutely literally are. That is exactly what's going on. It's a 90s baby thing. I was born in the 2000s and literally experienced the exact same things. Yeah, in this case, when schools just don't really get a whole lot of money, they're going to have decades worth of the same crap. So generation after generation after generation will experience the same tired old hand-me-downs and such because the schools just get no money. So yeah, it's not a 90s baby thing. What's that one thing no writer should ever do? No writer should ever write an experience story that isn't theirs to write. If you're a straight white dude, you don't write about the experience of coming out as a trans black girl. Write diverse casts, but don't write the experience of someone that needs to come from another. J.K. Rowling wrote about a schoolboy's experience and she did pretty well. Did she? There's not much she can really do well, if I'm being honest. So, did she? Yes, I did a photo shoot with my thesis. Longest labor ever. On both serious and superficial levels, a PhD is nothing like parenting. For those of us who have experienced trauma around the second, making light of that is patronizing and insensitive. Well, why don't you go cry about it to someone who gives a shit, or even better, someone who asked? When you get in your friend's new sports car and see it's an automatic, oh, someone's envious. You're just envious that your friend has a cool new car that you don't get, right? Why do we still do this? I don't get why we still do this. I mean, just after a quick, just a 2-second Google search with really no digging deep into it, it shows that so far in 2023, a little over 3 months, obviously, 1.7% of all new car purchases have been vehicles with a manual transmission. 1.7. Now that's up a little bit from last year, I guess, but, damn. I'm sure that those numbers are completely inaccurate in one way or another, but come on, man. Just shut up, honestly. Chadwick Boseman worked on some of the biggest films in history while battling stage 3 colon cancer. Meanwhile, some of y'all struggle to simply take a shower because you just can't adult today. Believe me when I say that Chadwick Boseman would be ashamed to know that you're using his death to make other people feel bad about their health. Like he has any right to do that whatsoever. And I think that we can definitely safely say that the person responding to the original tweet is correct here. He would be pretty fucking grossed out by what you're doing here. If you're at a dinner and somebody introduces himself as Dr. Smith, you'd be rather upset to learn that he had a doctorate in musicology if you were to suffer a stroke at the table. If you were at a dinner party and someone introduced themselves as Ben Shapiro, you'd be rather upset to be at that dinner party. Dr. Evan Williams, DMA Music Composition. Yeah, I mean, even if I was an MD and someone had a stroke at the table, am I supposed to fix it on the dinner table? Everybody has the ability to call 911, and the EMTs aren't going to let the doctor do a bunch of crap. They're going to do their job and get him to someone who can help out. So I don't know what kind of point he's making here. Elderly man spent 10 years turning 150-foot-long hedge into giant dragon. What a waste of time. Go volunteer at a shelter. Sandra, fuck off. Chick in band t-shirt. Name 3 songs. You know what? Everybody out there that wears band t-shirts, you guys should start wearing t-shirts for bands you don't even like, just to piss off these weirdos. Please start doing that. Wholesome gatekeep. Is that even possible? Take a picture, not a trophy. This is how real men shoot animals. I concur. I only got 4 hours of sleep last night. I only got 1. The pride and superiority you feel from having an unhealthier lifestyle than others is a short-term gratification that will lead to long-term detriments. I'll never understand it. Millennials be like, yo, this Fortnite bangs or this Black Ops slaps. Yeah, well, I went to work today at my tax office banging a real job. Lol, shut up. I bet you had a really great time doing that. I bet it was super fun for you. I'm gonna go back to enjoying video games with a job that doesn't require me to go work at a tax office, you freaking dork. Each large muscle of a bodybuilder represents a language he didn't learn, a poem he didn't read, a fun fact he never memorized. Okay. Oh, right, I forgot. If people don't live their life like you, they're fucking stupid. No, I totally get it. You are better than everyone else. 1 month cigarette-free. 9 years, motherfucker. Congratulate yourself after 2 years minimum, or be prepared to start the loop again. Can you imagine doing that to someone? Doing that to someone who's kicking a horrid habit that's really gonna mess them up? Someone who's doing such a good job that they made it to a month? I've had problems with drinking. 1 month? Never made it even close, dude. Never even remotely close. And if someone came in there and went, ha, you're gonna fail. You. Call me when you make it to a decade, bitch. Damn. You know what? If that's your attitude after 9 years, I hope you start the damn loop again, jackass. If you're white, you can't speak Spanish. Are you familiar with the entire country of Spain? You know, it's interesting. I saw some weird argument that this reminded me of when it came to Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, the new one. And someone said, hey, why is the guy playing Puss not more brown or darker or whatever the hell they said? Actually, someone called him a white guy. It's so weird. It's so weird. People like this tell on themselves in the funniest way. They think that if you speak Spanish, you have to be Mexican. You have to be from Mexico. It's the only Spanish-speaking place in the world, right? God. Real men don't hit you up late at night demanding photos of your naked body. Real men hit their desks with closed fists demanding photos of Spider-Man. Well, this one's correct. Grown-ass men that play video games, ask yourself this. What's the last time, or when's the last time you've been laid? A few days ago. I've got 5,000 hours in Destiny, a 1,500-pound powerlifting total, and a 6-figure design business, and I manage a neuromuscular disease. A real man can do whatever they want and advance in life. I don't see you asking people that watch sports this. Ooh, gotcha. You really think your job is tough? I'm sure you're right. Most jobs have difficult aspects to them. Kudos to you for sticking with it. No fun allowed, only stonks. If you're 25 to 30 and your main circle isn't frequently discussing stocks, real estate, opening businesses, committed relationships, and fitness, and instead is discussing getting high or drunk, one-night stands, and the good old days, then it's time to elevate your circle. It's time for you to go get some bitches. I'm sorry, that's not... That one came out way too fast. That was automatic. You're literally white. Why have you given yourself a Japanese name? Learning the language doesn't make you Asian. Stop appropriating Japanese culture. Ira's a Welsh name? I'm half Welsh? Only art students have eyes. Was that not true? I thought that always was. Only art students or art enthusiasts will get how cool this watch is. Literally everyone knows who Salvador Dali is. This is what dying at 20 looks like. This is what a medicine cabinet is supposed to look like. It's not the medieval age anymore. Don't call yourself a gatekeeper unless you talk like this. Damn straight. Oh, so you're a gamer, dude? Tell me 5 facts about Barbie Horse Adventures Wild Horse Rescue. Wait, Barbie Horse Adventures Wild Horse Rescue. The one directed by Phil Drinkwater? That's right, Phil Drinkwater? Produced by Team Banshee? Yeah, trust me, I'm a bit of a gamer. Still think it's weird that we got a Barbie game like that on PlayStation 2 and Xbox. I mean, I'm gonna have to find a couple copies for my collection for sure. Alright? Look, some games can be surprisingly fun, okay? The orator of all vegetarians. Is that the right way to pronounce that? Probably not. Would y'all still eat it? I'm a vegetarian because I don't like the taste of meat, but if I saw these annoying-ass labels in my grocery store, I'd be buying the whole stock and throwing a barbecue for the whole neighborhood. Wow, was looking for a comment from another vegetarian, but wow, don't consider you to be one, sorry. I didn't realize that you were the king vegetarian. I did not realize that you were above the rest of them and got to decide who and who was not a vegetarian. Man, that title must suck. You're not a man unless you hunt. Hunt for bargain prices. Hunt for cell phone companies that don't charge hidden fees, am I right? Your boyfriend doesn't hunt? That's cute. What's her name? Dudes who order boneless wings close the fridge with their hips. Yeah? And what of it? My hands are full and my ass is fat. You wish you were me. I also hate that debate too. Bone in versus boneless. I prefer boneless because I don't like getting frickin' gross, okay? I've also had problems with acne and skin issues on my damn face and hands. It's gross. I do not like it. It freaks me out. And being on the spectrum, I get really overwhelmed by certain sensations. So yeah, I'm gonna order my spicy chicken nuggets and you can cry about it, bitch. People born in 1999, people born from 2000 to 2003 that grew up with the exact same things. It's funny that people born today will probably grow up with the exact same things that I did. Barked at me on my way to the car this morning. Oh, finally, we have a real gatekeeper. Kids nowadays don't know nothing about these. Yeah, because that's how time works. Also, on a side note, these things are so goddamn expensive now, it blows my mind. Remember when guys spent weekends doing this? Now they do this and can't change a tire? Haha, all men need to worry about their masculinity. That's what they should be doing all the time. If they're not fixing cars, then they're gay, or they're women, or they're not human, or whatever. Ha 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 ha. When a childless person tells me they're tired, imagine thinking you have a monopoly on suffering because you were raw. Yeah, right? Hey, I loved your tofurkey dinner recipe you shared. How long have you been vegan? Hey, thanks, I love making it. Not vegan, though. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Oh, vegetarian? No, I just don't like the taste and texture of most meats. Oh, so you're like pretending to be a vegan because it's cool and in? I've been vegan for 3 years now, and it was the best decision I made in my life. It's not hip or cool, it's important. Well, good for you, that's great. I'm not pretending to be a vegan at all. In fact, I'm quite open about eating beef on my profile. Now, there's public posts that state that. I just like tofu more than most meats. Tofu is strictly for vegans and vegetarians. You're basically admitting to appropriating us and stealing what we need for your own selfish use. I'm going to request to the admin that you are removed from our group. With all due respect, I'm not appropriating anything. I'm eating food I like, you absolute... Dad with breast cancer rejected from support groups because he's a man. Oh, right, I forgot. Breast cancer literally can't happen to men because men don't have any breast tissue of any kind. No muscles there, no nothing. Absolutely can't do it. It's not possible. It's totally fake. Can you sense my sarcasm? Biden tells African-American radio host, "You ain't black if you have trouble deciding between Trump and me." Oh, dear freaking Lord. Oh, man, and these candidates are just they're never gonna improve! I put 2 creamers in my coffee. Real men drink their coffee black. Real men do whatever they want. Real men conform to traditional concepts of manliness. I like flavor and life's too short to let my masculinity depend on a cup of frickin' coffee. Thank you, we've done it. This is the best one. Thank you so much. Why is gatekeeping always about masculinity and stuff? It always seems to be about veganism or you're not a real man. I don't get it.